My name is Shanice Motilal, and I will be discussing the importance of digital forensics. Digital forensics helps keep our society safe and internet safe. In this video lecture, I will be discussing how digital forensic has impacted society, some benefits it produces, how the process is done, and more. First, I would like to point to the GIF that I made for this website. I used a GIF generator and picked a picture of myself, the logo that I had created, and another picture that represents digital forensics. First, I will be speaking about the purpose of digital forensics, the problems that this innovation solved, along with an opportunity that the innovation created. According to Wikipedia, digital forensics is defined as a branch of forensic science encompassing the recovery and investigation of material found in digital devices, often in relation to computer crime. Digital forensics is used in court cases to reconstruct past events and shed light on new information, usually. There's 6 branches of it. It is computer forensics, network forensics, live forensics, database forensics, and mobile device forensics, which is shown in this picture right over here. And digital forensics can also be used in court cases to contribute evidence to specific suspects, confirm alibis and statements, determine intent, identify sources, and authenticate documents. And this picture to the right just shows like a digital forensic microchip and the law. The next section is the effects and impacts. This is where I'll be discussing the benefits and harmful effects of this innovation. The major benefit is it has the ability to discover information that may not have been found before, or it could have been hidden. A major harm could be that it is a very expensive process due to the scope for professionals needed and equipment needed to recover this data. Also, data can be changed very easily, so the data may not be admissible in court because it could have been modified or tampered with. This picture just shows that the computer can be a part of a crime scene. The next thing that we will be talking about is the impact that this innovation had on society. The digital forensics has impacted society because it keeps criminals off the streets and the internet. It can be used to find criminals and reconstruct scenarios and find intent or plans that someone had to do something. It can also help keep any computer type of criminal off the internet, like its main targets are usually child pornography or sex trafficking. This is my forum that I did. It's a graph from the survey that I created and with Google Forms, and I gave it to my classmates to take, and they told me what their most impact is, and I just changed it around so that you can see what exactly they were saying, because there were so many different answers, and they said that it's mainly in the law. This video I had recorded on my phone, and it is one of my friends speaking about the impact of digital forensics in society and how she thinks it affects us. It also shows her going through some coding and trying to do file signatures. I uploaded this to YouTube, used YouTube editor, and added a title, some music, both of the videos, and then I uploaded it to YouTube. The next question is indicate a field other than computer science which this innovation has impacted. This I picked the law enforcement field, mainly because the technology is always expanding. There's always a different way to find criminals or test for fingerprints or go through and uncover something that no one has seen before because it could have been hidden behind a computer. This graph to the right shows that the fields that digital forensics has mainly impacted. This is now the technical aspects. So this is how a user interacts with this innovation. Usually it won't be just a normal person, it'll be a trained and skilled digital forensics professional because this process is very long and very lengthy. There's many steps to it and it takes a lot of work because data is always expanding. There's so much data on a computer. Examiners have to secure the device, find every file, including hidden and deleted ones, using some type of software program, copy all the files over to themselves, analyze every area, and document every single part of their investigation. This is important because if the evidence isn't completely documented and can be certain that it's authentic, then it could be it won't be admissible in court. This is just a video showing like the beginning of digital forensics, which is file signaturing. It's a small process, so you can find hidden files. This right here is just a picture showing you all the processes that you have to go through. The next thing I will be speaking about is how digital forensics incorporates at least one of the big ideas. Digital forensics actually incorporates all of these. In abstraction, it is used to recover and control data abstraction in programming language and is used to analyze hardware and software systems. Programming is used because the examiner has to have knowledge on the device and how it works. Then digital forensics revolves around the internet because you need it for every second. You need everything from finding the files to having programs to decrypt files to analyzing the files. The main one that I think that the main idea is algorithms. Algorithms are used to code and to make a computer able to use because you need a connection between the server and the browser. So with all these codes already in there, to take them all out or to find them and pick out things that you need other algorithms to find these things. Next is how digital forensics consumes data, produces it, and or transforms it. I found that digital forensics actually does all of three of these things. It consumes data by the individual putting information in and using this device because that is just they're putting in data and information into the computer and it's updating all the time and taking in as much as it can. It transforms data because when an examiner goes in and has to find hidden files or deleted files, like he has to find a way to get these things out, probably using algorithms, and he has to bring them back from being hidden or could be even trapped. And that brings me how it produces the data, because once the examiner transforms all the data, he can produce all of the data information that he needs that wasn't there before, and it can help them. Next is at least one concern. Storage is a major problem because the technology advances so rapidly. Digital devices can store a vast amount of data. This is concerning because it can take a long time to go through every aspect of this data, and examiners have to go through every single part because they have to make sure that they have absolutely everything on that computer that may be usable in court. Security is also a concern because nowadays with hackers getting better and better at what they do, they're able to go through a lot of security, whether it's government or just everyday computers and people. Also, computers can be like booby trapped, or which is when you open a computer, and if this is a known criminal, they could booby trap it, and when you open the computer and turn it on, all of the files will delete, which would make it even harder for an examiner to get everything because it could be completely deleted, or they would have to go through a lot of work to recover this data. This last page is my references. The one I use the most is the American Scientist. I just used this and it had a lot of information. I just went through, and every page I just went through it all and tried to find anything that I needed. This right here is my banner, and if you click it, you actually go back to my home page. But I made this with a Pixlr app, and I was able to do layers and text on this. I just picked out a picture that was related to digital forensics, and I used it as this background, and I wrote my name and the title of this paper, and then I made myself a little logo, which was seen back in my GIF, and I put it together with the layers and this app, and that's how I made that. I also used coding for this whole entire page, every page that I did. For this main page, I used normal HTML coding with some CSS. Right here, I just used the style sheet one and did all my coding. And then for pages like my purpose or impact, for them to all look the same, I linked my HTML pages to this style sheet to make sure that everything came out the same way on all of them, and they're all unique. And that is my paper. For more information about the importance of digital forensics, the link below will take you to the website that was used in this video.